Hi friends, Exam Selective Study ചാനലിലേക്ക് സ്വാഗതം. Dairy Farm Instructor Exam NCERTZoology Mock Test 20 marks Mock Test Topic Neural Control and Coordination. മോക്ക് ടെസ്റ്റിനുള്ള ചോദ്യങ്ങൾ എടുത്തിരിക്കുന്നത് വിവിധ മത്സര പരീക്ഷകളിലെ സുവോളജി ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് ആണ്. ടെസ്റ്റ് പേപ്പറിന്റെ ഫൈനൽ ആൻസർ പ്രകാരമാണ് മോക്ക് ടെസ്റ്റിനുള്ള ചോദ്യങ്ങൾ സെറ്റ് ചെയ്തിരിക്കുന്നത്. എക്സാം എഴുതുന്ന അതേ ഗൗരവത്തോടെ തന്നെ മോക്ക് ടെസ്റ്റ് അറ്റൻഡ് ചെയ്യുക. എത്ര മാർക്ക് കിട്ടുമെന്ന് കമന്റ് ചെയ്യുക. കൂടുതൽ ക്ലാസ് ഉടനെ ചാനൽ സബ്സ്ക്രൈബ് ചെയ്യുക. ആദ്യത്തെ ചോദ്യം, വിച്ച് പാർട്ട് ഓഫ് ഹ്യൂമൻ ബ്രെയിൻ ഈസ് കൺസേൺഡ് വിത്ത് ദ റെഗുലേഷൻ ഓഫ് ബോഡി ടെമ്പറേച്ചർ? Or the nerve center which control the body temperature and the urge of eating are contained in options hypothalamus, cerebrum, cerebellum, medulla oblongata. Answer hypothalamus. Which part of human brain is concerned with the regulation of body temperature? Or the nerve center which control the body temperature and the urge of eating are contained in hypothalamus. Hypothalamus part of the forebrain. It controls the body temperature, eating and drinking. At the chodyam, which one is regarded as a unit of nervous tissue? Options dendrites, axons, myelin sheath, none of the above. Answer none of the above. Which one is regarded as a unit of nervous tissue? Correct answer neurons ആണ്. Neurons option ഇല്ല, അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് none of the above answer ആവുന്നത്. Unit of nervous tissue, neuron. അടുത്ത ചോദ്യം, in a man, abducens nerve is injured. Which one of the following functions will be affected? Options swallowing, movement of the neck, movement of the eyeball, movement of the tongue. Answer movement of the eyeball. In a man, abducens nerve is injured. Which one of the following functions will be affected? Movement of the eyeball. The ചോദ്യം, Nissal's bodies are mainly composed of. The Nissal's granules of nerve cell are made up of. Options free ribosomes and RER, nucleic acids and SCR, DNA and RNA, none of the above. Answer free ribosomes and RER. Nissal's bodies are mainly composed of, or the Nissal's granules of nerve cell are made up of free ribosomes and RER. രണ്ട് ചോദ്യത്തിന്റെയും ഉത്തരം സെയിം ആയതുകൊണ്ടാണ് ഒരു ക്വസ്റ്റനിൽ രണ്ട് ചോദ്യങ്ങൾ ഉൾപ്പെടുത്തിയിരിക്കുന്നത്. Nissal's bodies are mainly composed of, or the Nissal's granules of nerve cell are made up of free ribosomes and RER. RER rough endoplasmic reticulum. അടുത്ത ചോദ്യം, sympathetic nervous system induces. Option secretion of saliva, secretion of digestive juices, heartbeat, none of the above. Answer heartbeat. Sympathetic nervous system induces heartbeat. At the chodyam, injury localized to the hypothalamus would most likely disrupt. Options coordination during locomotion, short-term memory, executive functions such as decision, regulation of body temperature. Answer regulation of body temperature. Injury localized to the hypothalamus would most likely disrupt regulation of body temperature. അടുത്ത ചോദ്യം, myelin sheath is produced by. Options osteoclast and astrocytes, oligodendrocyte and osteoclast, astrocytes and Schwann cells, none of the above. Answer none of the above. Myelin sheath is produced by Schwann cells and oligodendrocytes. Schwann cells and oligodendrocytes option നൽകാത്തതിനാലാണ് ഇവിടുത്തെ ഉത്തരം none of the above വന്നത്. Myelin sheath is produced by Schwann cells and oligodendrocytes. അടുത്ത ചോദ്യം, which of the following cranial nerves can regulate heartbeat? Options 12, 7, 10, 5. Answer 10. Which of the following cranial nerves can regulate heartbeat? 10. 10th cranial nerve or cranial nerve 10. It is also known as a vagus nerve and it is the longest cranial nerve. 10th cranial nerve or cranial nerve 10, also known as vagus nerve, and 10th cranial nerve is the longest cranial nerve. At the ചോദ്യം, injury to vagus nerve in human is not likely to affect. Options gastrointestinal movements, pancreatic secretion, cardiac movements, tongue movements. Answer tongue movements. Injury to vagus nerve in human is not likely to affect tongue movement. At the ചോദ്യം, by which nervous system and of what type the blood is supplied into visceral organs? Options sympathetic nervous system voluntary, sympathetic nervous system involuntary, parasympathetic nervous system, both SNS and PNS involuntary. Answer both SNS and PNS involuntary. By which nervous system and of what type the blood is supplied into visceral organs? Both SNS and PNS involuntary. SNS sympathetic nervous system, PNS parasympathetic nervous system. At the ചോദ്യം, the junction between the axon of one neuron and the dendrite of the next is called. Options junction point, synapse, joint, none of the above. Answer synapse. The junction between the axon of one neuron and the dendrite of the next is called synapse. At the ചോദ്യം, which of the following statements is correct for node of Ranvier of nerve? Options: myelin sheath is discontinuous, neural lemma is discontinuous, both neural lemma and myelin sheath are discontinuous, None of the above. Answer. Myelin sheath is discontinuous. Which of the following statements is correct for node of Ranvier of nerve? Myelin sheath is discontinuous. The gaps between two adjacent myelin sheaths are called nodes of Ranvier. അടുത്ത ചോദ്യം. Receptor sites for neurotransmitters are present on options: postsynaptic membrane, tips of axons, presynaptic membrane, membranes of synaptic vesicles. Answer. Postsynaptic membrane. Receptor sites for neurotransmitters are present on postsynaptic membrane. അടുത്ത ചോദ്യം. During the transmission of nerve impulse through a nerve fiber, the potential on the inner side of the plasma membrane has which type of electric charge? Options: first negative, then positive and back to negative. Next option: first positive, then negative and continues to be negative. Next option: first negative, then positive and continues to be positive. Next option: first positive, then negative and again back to positive. Answer. First negative, then positive and back to negative. During the transmission of nerve impulse through a nerve fiber, the potential on the inner side of the plasma membrane has which type of electric charge? First negative, then positive and back to negative. അടുത്ത ചോദ്യം. Which one of the following is the example of the action of the autonomous nervous system? Options: swallowing of food, pupillary reflex, peristalsis of the intestine, knee-jerk response. Answer. Peristalsis of the intestine. Which one of the following is the example of the action of the autonomous nervous system? Peristalsis of the intestine. The organs of our body, viscera, the heart, intestines and stomach are regulated by a branch of the nervous system known as the autonomic nervous system. Autonomic neural system transmits impulses from the CNS to the involuntary organs and smooth muscles of the body. CNS, central nervous system. അടുത്ത ചോദ്യം. The human hind brain comprises three parts, one of which is options: cerebellum, hypothalamus, corpus callosum, spinal cord. Answer. Cerebellum. The human hind brain comprises three parts, one of which is cerebellum. The hind brain comprises pons, cerebellum and medulla oblongata. അടുത്ത ചോദ്യം. Select the incorrect statement regarding synapses. Options: electrical current can flow directly from one neutron into the other across the electrical synapse. The membranes of presynaptic and postsynaptic neurons are in close proximity in an electrical synapse. Chemical synapses use neurotransmitters. Impulse transmission across a chemical synapse is always faster than that across an electrical synapse. Answer. Impulse transmission across a chemical synapse is always faster than that across an electrical synapse. Select the incorrect statement regarding synapses. Impulse transmission across a chemical synapse is always faster than that across an electrical synapse. Wrong ആയിട്ടുള്ള സ്റ്റേറ്റ്മെന്റ് കണ്ടുപിടിക്കാനായിരുന്നു ചോദ്യം. ഇവിടെ റോങ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള സ്റ്റേറ്റ്മെന്റ്: impulse transmission across a chemical synapse is always faster than that across an electrical synapse. Wrong ആയിട്ടുള്ള സ്റ്റേറ്റ്മെന്റ് കറക്റ്റ് ഫോം നോക്കാം. Impulse transmission across an electrical synapse is always faster than that across a chemical synapse. അടുത്ത ചോദ്യം. Afferent nerve fibers carry impulses from options: CNS to muscles, CNS to receptor, both A and B, none of the above. Answer. None of the above. Afferent nerve fibers carry impulses from receptor to CNS. Receptor to CNS എന്നുള്ള ഓപ്ഷൻ ഇല്ലാത്തതിനാലാണ് ആൻസർ none of the above എന്നത്. Afferent nerve fibers carry impulses from receptor to CNS. Afferent nerve fibers ഉണ്ട്, efferent nerve fibers ഉണ്ട്. Afferent nerve fibers transmit impulses from tissues or organs to the CNS, central nervous system. Efferent nerve fibers, they transmit regulatory impulses from the CNS to the concerned peripheral tissues or organs. Efferent and efferent nerve fibers of the peripheral neural system ആണ്. അടുത്ത ചോദ്യം. Destruction of the anterior horn cells of the spinal cord would result in loss of options: voluntary motor impulses, sensory impulses, commissural impulses, none of the above. Answer. Voluntary motor impulse. Destruction of the anterior horn cells of the spinal cord would result in the loss of voluntary motor impulses. അടുത്ത ചോദ്യം. When a neuron is in resting stage that is not conducting any impulse, the axonal membrane is options: impermeable to both Na plus and K plus ions, comparatively more permeable to K plus ions and nearly impermeable to Na plus ions. Comparatively more permeable to Na plus ions and nearly impermeable to K plus ions. Equally permeable to both Na plus and K plus ions. Answer. Comparatively more permeable to K plus ions and nearly impermeable to Na plus ions. K plus ions means potassium ions, Na plus ions sodium ions. When a neuron is in resting stage that is not conducting any impulse, the axonal membrane is comparatively more permeable to K+, that is potassium ions, and nearly impermeable to Na+, sodium ion. ഇവിടെ ഓപ്ഷൻസ് ഒക്കെ ശ്രദ്ധിച്ച് വായിക്കുക. ഏകദേശം സെയിം ആയിട്ടിരിക്കുന്ന ഓപ്ഷൻസ് ആണ്. അപ്പോൾ ഓപ്ഷൻസ് ഒക്കെ നന്നായിട്ട് വായിച്ചിട്ട് ആൻസർ ചെയ്യുക. When a neuron is not conducting any impulse, that is rusting, the axonal membrane is comparatively more permeable to potassium ions, K+ ions, and nearly impermeable to sodium ions, Na+. The membrane is impermeable to negatively charged proteins present in the axoplasm. ഇത്രയാണ് ചോദ്യങ്ങൾ. ആർക്ക് മനസ്സിലായെന്ന് വിശ്വസിക്കുന്നു. ക്ലാസ് ഇഷ്ടപ്പെട്ടാൽ ലൈക്ക് ചെയ്യുക, നിങ്ങളുടെ അഭിപ്രായങ്ങൾ പറയുക. കൂടുതൽ ക്ലാസ്സുകൾ പെട്ടെന്ന് തന്നെ ചാനൽ സബ്സ്ക്രൈബ് ചെയ്യുക. താങ്ക്സ് ഫോർ വാച്ചിങ്. സബ്സ്ക്രൈബ് ഫോർ മോർ വീഡിയോസ്. ഓൾ ദി ബെസ്റ്റ് ഫോർ ദി എക്സാം.